What if I told you that the next patch, 5.8, is going to be surprisingly exciting, not because of a new region, but because of something much more? Summary: if you've been patiently waiting for a fun, feel-good event before the next big region drops, then 5.8 is exactly what you've been hoping for. And get this, we're getting brand new summer skins for Yelan and Bennett. I mean, how wild is that when you consider just how incredibly strong and universally used these two characters are? Also, DK2 just teased that there will be a brand new character in 5.8. Who else is trying to pull for their favorite character, but the Primo Gems just aren't enough? Don't worry, I've got a way to save money and get double the Genesis crystals. This is lootbar.gg. It works just like the in-game top-up system, but with up to 25% off, and new users even get a 10% extra discount. See this? The regular $100 pack only costs $81 on Lootbar, and each update they release an exclusive $72 bundle available for your first purchase every version. All you need is your UID. No password, no login. Just pick your bundle, select your server, and your crystals get delivered in about 5 minutes. Lootbar has awesome reviews. It's fast, secure, and trusted by tons of players. If you're planning to recharge for Genshin or Star Rail, don't waste your money. Click the link in the description or pinned comment and top up now with Lootbar. Safe, fast, and way more affordable. And don't miss that 10% off while it lasts. No name, no element, no star ranking, nothing. Just that they exist. That alone is enough to get the speculation going. While it's not official until Hoyo themselves post it, the source is credible enough that it's absolutely worth talking about. Seriously, Yelan and Bennett, two of the most essential and widely used characters in the entire game, are finally getting summer skins. It's truly about time, wouldn't you say? Let's start with Bennett, because honestly, this guy is basically the glue that holds together half of the game's meta. His elemental burst provides that massive attack bonus based on his base attack, and the healing he provides just makes him even more absurdly valuable for high-end content. And the best part? He works with almost everyone. Seriously, he's that rare kind of unit that's viable in everything from early game overworld teams to spiral abyss clears and even speedrun compositions. So, giving him a summer skin? That's not just fan service, that's a genuine reward to all the players who have tirelessly carried this poor, unlucky boy into every single domain for years now. And then there's Yelan, who, let's be honest, pretty much redefined Hydro support when she first dropped. Her elemental skill gives you fast mobility and decent damage, but the real value, the true power, lies in her elemental burst. It lets her fire coordinated hydro shots during normal attacks, essentially turbocharging any character who relies on normal attack support. Think Hu Tao, Yoimiya, Nuvolette, Ayato. Honestly, the list just keeps going. Pair that with her HP scaling damage, universal team flexibility, and she's arguably one of the strongest hydro units in the game right now. And she's getting a summer outfit. If it's a paid skin, it's going to sell out immediately, I guess. Now, this isn't just about cosmetics either. These summer skins usually show up during the big summer flagship events, and version 5.8 will be no exception. HoYoverse has consistently followed this pattern every single year. Remember 1.6 when we got Jean and Barbara? Then 2.8 featured Fischl and Diluc, 3.8 added Klee and Kea, and 4.8 introduced Nilou and Carrara, all during their respective summer updates. And now, in 5.8, it's looking like Bennett and Yelan will proudly carry on that tradition. It totally makes sense too. It's the last patch before Nodcry, so they're probably doing one final feel-good event before we dive headfirst into the glorious chaos of new characters, new mechanics, and brand new story arcs. Also, here's something interesting to consider. The characters who receive skins during summer events typically get some form of event participation, or even reruns in the same patch. So, does that mean Bennett and Yelan are showing up in the banners again? Or perhaps they'll just be heavily featured in the story event? That part is still unclear. No banner leaks have confirmed their appearances yet, but knowing Hoyo's track record, it really wouldn't be surprising to see at least one of them deeply involved in the event plot. So yeah, version 5.8 might not have a brand new region or a groundbreaking Archon quest, but it does have two of the best characters in the game getting stunning new summer outfits. Now, speaking of new characters, we just got a brand new character leak list for Nodcry, and this wasn't from just anyone. This one came from Shiroa, a name you might recognize more from Honkai Star Rail leaks. This list looks pretty crazy at first glance, with some expected names, some total surprises, and a few mysterious blanks that are already getting the theory community fired up. Let's start with the most obvious one, Columbina. Yep, number 3 of the Fatui Harbingers. According to this list, she'll be a 5-star and is set for release in version 6.2. That lines up perfectly with previous theories. Ever since the change in Skirk's drip marketing music, you know, that track that mysteriously matched Columbina's theme before Hoyaverse quickly replaced it, people have been speculating that she might be just around the corner, and this just makes it feel even more likely. Strangely, her element is still unknown. Then we've got Dottore, another Fatui Harbinger, and one of the most requested characters in the game. According to this list, he's coming in 6.5 or 6.6 and will be Electro. That's a pretty late arrival, but it makes sense lore-wise. Dottore has his hands in everything, and his power and manipulation go way deeper than most people realize. If they're saving him for later in Nod Cry, it's probably because he's going to be tied to the endgame of this arc. Now let's talk about Varka. Oh my goodness, we have been waiting for this man for years. The Grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius, the Traveler's mentor figure. And finally, we have confirmation that he will be playable in late 6.x by DK2. Shiroa specifically confirmed this info, saying he's definitely coming, but not before 6.4. So maybe 6.5, 6.6, or even later, and that he'll be a Nemo. Still, that alone is huge. His reveal has been teased since early Mondstadt content, and now it's finally happening. Next, we have Durin. Durin, as in the dragon? Turns out, yes. But in his human-like form, like we saw in the 5.6 arc on Quest, we don't know much yet except that he'll be a Nemo, but he's listed for version 6.1. That's super early, and it's going to blow people's minds if true. Durin has deep lore ties to Mondstadt and Albedo, but also here we still don't know whether he is a 4 or 5-star. I honestly can't wait to see what they do with him. Another unknown is a Geo character with an officer role, currently unnamed. They are on the list as a Nod Cry character, but without a version, element, or star ranking. So I'm really excited to see who this character may be. Definitely one to keep an eye on. Then there's Barbeloth, another total mystery. We saw her in the 5.6 Archon quest as well, but her element, rarity, and release window are completely unknown. If they're saving her, it might be for the later content. And then there are some wild cards. A boss lady from the Curatorium of Secrets, and a female Adeptus from Li Yue, who might show up during Lantern Rite. Both characters are listed without names or elements, but the Adeptus one is especially interesting since she comes from the book Moonlight Bamboo Forest. That detail alone gives lore fans something to chew on. So, to recap, we're looking at Columbina in 6.2, Durin in 6.1, Dottore in 6.5 or 6.6, Varka in late 6.x, and a few mysterious newcomers. That's already a pretty stacked future roster. Again, none of this is officially confirmed, but the patterns, timing, and overlapping leak sources give it enough weight to take seriously. What do you think the skins will look like? And which of these upcoming characters are you most hyped for in Nod Cry? Let me know in the comments. And if you want a banner roadmap video with possible banner lineups for Nod Cry, you know what to do. See you in the next one.